All right, we're back here for homework number 7, and I think this is the last one in this this section before our test. So here we go. We found out if we have intersecting chords that are inside the circle like this, then they are multiplied. So we can say that x times 27 is going to equal 9 times 21. All right, so multiplying that out, 27x equals 189. And solve for x, divide by 27, and you would have x equals 7. All right, so now if we throw in some variables, we're going to have 20 times 6x plus 3 equals 18 times 7, nope, not 17, 7. Sorry. 7x plus 2. All right, so we can just go ahead and distribute the 20, and we get 120x plus 60 equals 18 times 7 is 126x plus 18 times 2 is 36. So we're just distributing each outside of the parentheses to the numbers inside the parentheses. I'm going to subtract 120x from both sides so that my x stays positive. Now I'm going to subtract 36 from both sides. So now I have 6x equals 60 minus 36. So minus 30 would be 30, another 6 would be 24. Divide by 6, x equals 4. Okay, so the setup, and then it's just algebra. All right, now we have secants that are outside the circle. So our point of intersection is there. So that means that this equals 7 times the sum plus 8 times the sum. And distribute. 7 times 7 is 49 plus 7x. I said plus right there. I needed to say equals. Equals 8 equals 64 plus let's see, so what did I do? 8. Well, you know what, let me back up. Sorry, I don't need to distribute that. I need to combine these first right here. Okay, so that's going to be 21. Now I can do 8 times 21 is 168. All right, so now I'll just solve for x. Subtract 49 on both sides. 7x equals 168 minus 49 is 119. Divide both sides by 7. X equals 17. Okay, so 7 times the sum, 8 times the sum. And here again we are with some variables, so now we have 7 times the sum, so 7 times 68 minus 1 plus 7, don't forget to add the 7, equals 9 times x plus 3 plus 9. So let's get inside the parentheses. We've got plus 6 equals 9 times x, 9 plus 3 is 12. Now we can distribute 6 times 7 is 42x, and plus 42 equals 9x, and 9 times 12 is 108. Alright, now I'm going to subtract 9x from both sides. And that's going to give me 33x plus 42 equals 108. And I'm going to subtract 42 from both sides. 33x equals 66. Divide by 33. And x equals 2. Alright, so we're still just solving for x on those. Number 9. Alright, so I have one tangent and one secant. And that relationship then is 18 squared equals, so this side, the tangent squared, equals 12 times 12 plus x. Okay, 18 squared is 324. 12 times 12 is 144. 12 times x is 12x. Subtract 144 from both sides. And I'm going to get 180 equals 12x. Divide both sides by 12. And I get x equal 15. Okay, so the initial setup, this side squared times 12 times the sum. All right, another solve for x. Same setup. We have x squared equals 8 times the sum, 8 plus 42. 8 times 8 plus 42 is 50. 8 times 50 is 400. The square root of both of those equals, that should not be x squared. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 400 is 20. All right, now we're back inside the circle, so we have 9 times 20. 9 times 20 equals x minus 2 times x plus 6. All right, so now we need 180 equals, so we need to do x times x. X squared, remember with distribution, everything has to be multiplied by every term, minus 2x minus 12. Combine like terms. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now, here's where it could get tricky. We're going to need to subtract 180 from both sides so that this can all equal to 0. So 0 equals x squared plus 4x minus 192. Now what we have to do is remember how to factor. We need something that's going to multiply to make 192 and add to make 4. So multiply to make 192 and add up to make 4. So a times c is 192. So what are factors of 192? I'm going to go ahead and skip to 12 times 16 is going to give us 192. Let's just verify. Okay. So those are my factors that have a difference of 4. Now, I know this is negative, so one of these has to be negative and one has to be positive. And this is positive, so I want the difference to be positive. So I want a 16 positive and a minus 12. 16 minus 12 equals 4. All right, so those are our factors. X minus 12 times x plus 16, and that all equals 0. So one solution is x minus 12 equals 0, x plus 16 equals 0. Add 12 to both sides, x equals 12, or x equals negative 16. So that is a flashback to your Algebra 1, probably I think that would be this in 1b if you did 1a, 1b. No, anyway, it's factoring. So your x has 2 solutions. All right. Now, actually, let's go back and visit that. These are distances, right? So if we plug in a negative 16 to x, get negative 18. Or if we plug it in here, negative 16 plus 6, negative 10. So in this case, the negative answer is not a valid answer because we don't have negative distances. It is a true factor, but we don't have, you can't have a negative distance. So that's just an invalid. So you're going to stick with x equals 12. All right, let's try 15. Looks like we're going to have the same situation here. We've got an outside, so we've got a tangent and a secant. So we're going to say that 15 squared equals x times x plus 16. And that's going to give us 15 squared is 225 equal x squared plus 16x. All right, solve this for 0. So I'm going to subtract 225 to both sides. I need that so I can factor. All right, so I need factors that will add up to be 225, and their difference is 16. So possible factors of 225. I'm going to start with 25 because that looks like that could be a good number there. And it goes into it 9 times. Let's try out 25 and 25 times 9. Is there difference 16? Yeah, it is 16. So the difference is 16. We need a negative number, but a positive middle number. So the negative needs to go with the 9 so that it'll stay positive. So 25 minus 9 is 16. So our factors, x, we have negative 9, positive 25. All right, and so once again, set each one equal to 0. And so x equals 9, x equals negative 25. Could x be negative 25? No. Again, we don't have negative lengths or distances So x equal 9 is the only possible choice for that factoring. All right, and I think that gets us through this last homework, number 7. So a little bit tricky on the factoring, so we'll have to remember how to do that factoring. And other than that, just set it up and do your algebra. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.